Eddie Pinheiro about set to get us going, and we are underway here in Charlotte. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. So here are the Texans now with a fresh face at quarterback, the second overall pick from Ohio State, C.J. Stroud.
In only 2 seasons, Stroud showed all he needed to at Ohio State. All-American, Heisman finalist, program records galore. He looked every bit like the #1 overall pick. He went #2, but Houston is thrilled to have him.
And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now a dump off here complete. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that third down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
Now they'll go play action here with Stroud. Oh, and that is incomplete. Second and 10. Again, it's Stroud. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Stroud to throw it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 40. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10, right at the 40. Stroud looking to throw. And he couldn't get that one to his man. Short of him, it's low and incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position you have to be, you just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Oh, man, coming off a great rookie year, it's Dameon Pierce on a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Play action. Here's Stroud. Incomplete.
They haven't been able to stop them so far this series, but getting a nice little stand from their defense now.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Stroud. To Pierce. They set up the screen. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Toss play. Here's Pierce. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
On 2nd down, it's Stroud. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Pierce. Touchdown! Dameon Pierce from 8 yards out. And the Texans get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. CD, you know he's got great options at wide receiver, tight end, but there he looks to the backfield, and it results in a touchdown.
I love how you laid that out. So many options. You maybe forget about some of the ones that you should be covering. And they made them pay with that one, didn't they? You forget about the guys in the backfield, they're eligible too.
Extra point by Fairbairn, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. So here are the Panthers set to take over for the first time. And Charles will get a look at the much-heralded rookie Bryce Young, the first overall pick from April's draft.
Bryce Young, the quarterback out of Alabama with a Heisman Trophy in his hip pocket, is the new face of Carolina football. 80 touchdowns, just 12 picks in his college career for the Crimson Tide. He may be a little small in terms of size, but potential, massive.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That was Will Anderson getting home and finishing the play. Well, the very first thing they told us, Charles, was we need to apply pressure early, and I would call that early pressure a nice sack to start the game.
And on the other sideline, I just have this image in my mind of the head coach on the headset with the offensive coordinator asking him if that's exactly what he saw in his mind when he called that play. And if so, is it going to be like this all day? That's a tough one right there.
One of the Panthers' big offseason acquisitions. Here's Miles Sanders. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. Give him 4 yards there, but still in a big hole. 3rd and long.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
And he'll find Thielen on the right side. Only 2 yards, and it'll be a punt on their opening possession.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. Back deep is Tank Dell. Fielded just inside the 30. And 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. And look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. That'd be ideal.
That play going for 16 yards to start the drive, 1st down.
Not too shabby for his first carry of the game. That's exactly what most teams are looking for, a really good change of pace back.
Stroud sets up the play action. To the sideline and incomplete.
No sense risking anything there on 1st down. Even though he's still in the pocket, he had a receiver out to his side, so just put that in a spot where the only people who could make a play on it are the trainers and the coaches. Well done.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And Stroud now to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Woods. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 36. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Meanwhile, here a run on 1st down really backfires as he's going to be brought down well behind the line of scrimmage.
Well, it's almost football 101 that you preach to your safeties. Don't let anyone get behind you. You're the last line of defense. But he didn't let the play come to him. He went to the play. How about that read and recognition and finishing off that one behind the line of scrimmage?
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
Got to get to the 26 for a 1st. This is 3rd down. Throwing now is Stroud. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. And the Panthers force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
Well, this had trouble written all over from the start. He's got 2 extra defensive backs in the game he's got to deal with. They're in a dime set. So everywhere he's looking, he's seeing a different color jersey. And sure enough, this one winds up being intercepted.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, let's see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how the defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got to look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Second quarter now from Charlotte, and it's the Panthers with the football. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Young working out of the gun. Under pressure, and the Texans able to get in there for the sack. Henry To'oTo'o there to bring him down defensively.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they feel like they can get out of any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down. Here's Young from the shotgun. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down.
Every offense tells you they want to come out and start fast. That's not unusual at all. But this group, they've yet to get much rolling through their first 2 drives. And it looks like they're going to have to give up the football again after this one.
So on now is Johnny Hekker to punt this one away. Fair catch taken just inside the 40-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the Texans will take over. Houston's offense taking over again. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular, if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to look to hit a couple shorter passes and get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
On second down, here's Pierce. A strong running. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That's good for a Texan first down, a 12-yard pickup.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Another carry for Pierce. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. He was brought down by Kamu Grugier-Hill.
Well, obviously, they would have at least liked to have gotten back to the original line of scrimmage. Instead, now they're dealing with 2nd and long.
I thought they would have passed it after the penalty. Probably wish they would have now. Stroud now on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Meanwhile, Stroud's throw complete into the hands of Schultz here. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. That'll give them 8 that time, and they'll be left with 2nd and a couple. Now, that tight end position, it just seems to continue to evolve every year in the NFL.
Yeah, you're getting really terrific athletes. A lot of them maybe were wide receivers at one point. They continue to give you speed, great hands, and big bodies, which make them excellent targets for quarterbacks.
And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line. That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, get me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
Now Stroud. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Nico Collins from 4 yards out. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
On for the PAT, Kaimi Fairbairn. And it's good to make it 14-0. So that drive in total 8 plays. And it was Nico Collins who finished it off with a touchdown reception. So after the touchdown, here's Fairbairn now to kick it away. Now Raheem Blackshear going to take this one out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. And onto the field here come the Panthers. Not only are they in search of their first score, they're in search of their first down in this ball game as they come up 1st and 10. Young to throw it. And his throw here is incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw here. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
What terrifies defenses when they see slant routes thrown is that the receiver is on the move, and oftentimes he catches it and gets upfield. Does a really nice job rallying to him and stopping him for a minimal gain.
Now 3rd down and 7. Young to throw it. Short throw there, caught by Thomas. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll bring up 4th down.
I thought maybe when he caught it, he'd have a good chance of getting that 1st down, but that's a nice job of holding him up and preventing him from getting to the sticks.
Here's Johnny Hacker now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. This is taken at the 23. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Texans offense set to regain possession. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Pierce with a motivated run there, and no surprise he's motivated this season after a late injury robbed him of a 1,000-yard campaign last year and potentially the Rookie of the Year. Even still, the 4th-round pick outplayed his slot with over 900 yards in 13 games.
1st and 10, it's Stroud. Open man is Noah Brown. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Here's Stroud. Right side complete. That's Woods. He'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to him? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Back to throw. Here's Stroud. Another target and catch for Robert Woods. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down. 2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. On 1st down, here's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
Ball at the 23, 2nd and 8. Again, he'll drop to throw. Throwing the out route and complete. That's Collins. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route. And what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing. And they got it done.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow them to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let them get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up fourth. Fairbairn able to put this one through, and that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps, and the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Panthers going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Young on first down. He completes this one to Mingo. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Young now. That's swung out wide to Sanders. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Let's go do this. Let's get it done. Let's turn it over. You already know. Here we go.
1st and 10 here. You know, if they could just get 3 out of this, there's something about narrowing it to a 2-score game at half that makes it feel like much less of an obstacle. That throw by Young incomplete.
Oh, man, for him to be that wide open and drop it, sometimes you have just too much time on your hands, right? You end up thinking way too much, and your hands get shaky.
And, yes, he's a tight end, but that's a catch he should have made. Young's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And connecting here with DJ Shark. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
Show them what you got. Let us dictate.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Young. A throw left sideline falls incomplete.
And I can see the officials kind of looking at each other down there, silently wondering, does this meet the level of grounding? Fortunately, he did have a receiver in the area, but I have seen less obvious throwaways called as penalties.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now Young. That's to the sideline and incomplete.
So many times we've seen him try to escape the pocket and do something with his legs, but in this case, the pressure was too intense and he made the wise choice to just get rid of the football and make sure no one was going to get it.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10. Now Young. Throwing left sideline there, but it's incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here. It's the visitors, the Texans, out in front. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome in everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. A very one-sided first half, 17-0 our score as we get going in quarter number 3. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback. Out come the Panthers. They'll have it first on offense in the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. In the battle of game plans, theirs has been superior.
Meanwhile, the throw by Young was knocked away and incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Now here's Young. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
Well, we talk all the time about playing situational football, and right now I think the scoreboard is dictating what they need to do. Where they are in this game, they've got to push the ball downfield, take their shots, try and get big chunks of yardage in a short amount of time. That was a nice play there.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 43. Young will set to throw. And on the catch right side, this is Sanders. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
Room here to run. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there were very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
The play fake. Now Young. And Shark calls it in. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
But look what we have here, a sustained drive, and that was certainly AWOL in the first half. They really struggled to try and move the football. But right now, they certainly seem to have the formula working. Let's see if they can keep it up.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. And they'll turn to the power game to try to get in. And he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Giovanni Ricci, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead as they score on the opening drive of the second half. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Here's the Texans offense now, readying for their first possession of the second half. And they were terrific in the first half, built up a sizable lead, and it's just been cut into a bit following the opening drive score on the other side. But this is a unit that has to be itching to get the football again.
You can say that again. They've got to be pretty eager because, let's face it, they've had to sit through halftime, then sit on the sidelines and watch that drive. So you can bet that they're saying, let's get on with this. We got to go out there and get some more points.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
First down, they go right back to Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A gain of 10 as they look to add on to this 10-point lead. Couple of very nice carries to start this drive out.
Yeah, 2 first downs. And how about that second one? What a nice run on that particular play. I'm telling you, they're going to start to think that this game is easy if they continue to rip off yardage like this.
Stroud now on 1st and 10. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the third quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Again on 2nd down, it's Stroud. A short one going to be taken in here by Schultz. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
Well, that was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
They'll see about converting this 3rd and 8. And movement here by one of the Texans up front. In comes the flag. So they'll go ahead and accept the penalty. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Throwing now is Stroud. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 41-yard line. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down, and I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Again, it's Stroud. Over the middle here to Brown. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 36-yard line.
Let's go.
Hand off left side, Pierce. And this defense not ready for that one as he'll take this down inside the 25. 91 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, it's eaten up a good chunk of the third quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
1st and 10, it's Pierce. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up 2nd down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
The 2nd down throw now from Stroud. That's complete. It's Collins. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it makes it 3rd down and 2 yards to go. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. Pierce will try to pick it up. Well, they needed 2. They could only get 1. 4th down.
Well, they picked up a portion of it, but not all that they needed. Now that leads to a decision on 4th and 1. Let's see what they decide to do.
So on 4th down, Texan kicker Kaimi Fairbairn comes on. This just 32 yards officially from the right hash. And the attempt at 3 will have to come from the other end of the field as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Texans in control of the football and leading this game as well as we start the 4th. The kick by Fairbairn is good, and that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So that maybe not a knockout blow, but I suppose certainly every little bit helps when you're trying to salt one away in the 4th.
Well, the possibility of being beaten by 2 late touchdowns or at least sent to overtime does exist, but time, definitely a big factor at this stage of the game, is in their favor.
Fairbairn now following the made field goal. He'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. Off the play fake, Young. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a 1st down.
Good yardage on the completion there, and when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And Sanders there with a 1st down carry that might have gotten a yard, if that. 2nd down. He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production, but how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And they're at the point of the ball game now where they've got to take some chances. They've got to put the ball in the air and just see what happens. But this defense knows that all too well.
This offense so far on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. To throw, Young. And he'll let this one go deep for Chark. And this is caught inside the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's how you put field position. What a play right there. That nearly went the distance. Credit this defense for not giving up. They get him down just short of the goal line, but the damage is done. It's going to be 1st and goal from an ideal position.
First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Young. He's got it for a Panther touchdown. DJ Chark from a yard out. And the Panthers have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play. Got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. Take Dell now to return it. This taken in right around the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. And the football going back over now to the Houston Texans. That last touchdown has made this really tight. They're clinging now to this slim lead. Second half, they only have a field goal. This offense needs to kick it into gear.
And right now, I'm looking directly at the field general, at the quarterback. Because to me, he's got to take over right now. By word, pumping his team up, and then, of course, by deed with his play. My high school coach used to say that all the time. Laddie, take over by word and deed.
And deed means action.
Exactly.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Stroud out of the gun here. This will be caught by Brown. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Now Stroud. And that is incomplete. Critical play in this football game, because if they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that if they pick up a first down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
On is the punter, Johnston, now as he sends this one away. Fights him off. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Look at DJ Chark as he and the rest of the offense head back out. They might want to mix something up defensively because he's been shredding them a bit, hasn't he?
That he has, and even with all the changes that you know are going on the defensive side of the ball, he's still finding ways to get open, finding the right spots, and the delivery's been pretty good too.
He's over 100 yards, has the 1 touchdown score to this point.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
Young's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Looking to throw. He completes this one to Mingo. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run with Sanders up the middle. And slow going there as he'll only get a yard, maybe, up to the 41.
That felt like a trap because it looked to me like the opposing front was on that play from the get-go. They had everyone crashing the ball carrier before he even made the line, and they hold him to just a yard.
2nd and 9. Another run here with Sanders. Oh, a nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
And a solid run here as he'll pick his way down to the 42-yard line. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
Young on first down. This one, oh no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A lot of talk this week about ball security. In fact, they added an extra period in practice to be more secure with the ball. It didn't work out there.
Well, sometimes you just get overexcited during the game. You may all of a sudden make your catch, see some open field, and decide you're going for it, and not realizing that danger lurks while you're doing so. And there's your end result right there.
They couldn't ask for much more to this point in the second half. A gorgeous day, one-score game. 1st and 10 here. Stroud's throw pulled in by Woods. And he'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30-yard line.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Play action. Stroud now. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. Pierce takes it straight ahead. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They've got a 2nd down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And they'll go right back to Pierce. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Pierce now up the middle. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Singletary, they'll go up the middle, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line.
Sometimes being a linebacker in the middle of the field is kind of like being a doctor on the field. You got to make the right diagnosis. Here he correctly sets his run and shoots through to make the play in the backfield.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. So now Young and the Panthers down 20-14, a minute 8 to go. They need a touchdown. A field goal is worthless now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Young. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is he just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Now Young, able to find Thielen.
No timeout. You got to go quick here.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here. And Young's throw there incomplete.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
The decision made for them. They've got to go. It's 4th down. Young to throw. Buying time to his left. That is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Texans take over an excellent field position. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
To a knee goes Stroud, and that is going to be all she wrote.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. Well, this ball game was close throughout. Remember, it was neck and neck at intermission, neck and neck at the end, but a great job to come in here in a tough environment, Charles, and get the victory.
Yeah, tough environment indeed. How about all the people we can hear shouting from their seats right below us, partner? They weren't real happy that their team didn't keep the home field. How about how these visitors came in, calm every step of the way, even with all the pressure, and found a way to get out of here with a win.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. Till next time, we say so long from Charlotte.